Apologies for the late start of the 6:30 Prime News on my Major Prime. We're live from Douala. My name is Blanche Peldrine. Blanche King. Christian faithfuls in the northwest region have been encouraged to find hope in the resurrection of Jesus Christ, believed by followers to be the fulfillment of a prophecy that saved mankind. At the St. John Parish, Foncha Street, Ewane, Bamenda, the Easter Mass was served by 6 priests of the St. John Parish. Charles Kebwa with details from the Northwest region.
Under strict COVID-19 barrier measures respected, this Easter Sunday service at St. John Catholic Church, Foncha Street, Ewane, Bamenda, with 6 priests to celebrate Easter Mass. The officiating priest, Reverend Father Gabriel Choko, parish priest of the St. John Parish, Foncha Street, encouraged Christians to find hope in the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Yes. Today we are celebrating the resurrection. So the message is that as Christ has risen, and as he went through pain, torture, and all that, the pain and the challenges and everyone and all the things we are going through, we shall conquer. Christ on our side, the disease on our side, all the challenges we are going through, the Amazon crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, God has the final say, and with God we shall triumph.
The prelates enjoined the Christians of the humility extended by Jesus on Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday, said, had Christ not risen from the dead, our faith would have been meaningless.
The day Christ won for us our salvation. During my reflection, I said, quoting from the letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, that had Christ not risen from the dead, our faith would have been meaningless, the church would have been shattered.
Christians were urged only resilient in God, courage, and the truth can deliver the people in this region from their current suffering.
Christians of Presbyterian Church, Ewane Town, equally served a message of encouragement on Easter Sunday amidst the ongoing health and socio-political crisis in the North, West, and Southwest region, and equally all over the country. Like other Christians around the world, they joined their voices to celebrate life over death. Bukengo Kemia Worthy tells us more.
The recent commemoration regarding the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ is a light of hope to many Christians in the country, especially those in the crisis zone of Northwest and Southwest regions.
It was a message of hope. It was a message of assurance, a message of encouragement that we came to Ewane to tell them that they should ensure that their names are written in the book of life.
The man of God duly appreciated and encouraged the devotion of the people towards their faith in God amidst the crisis hitting the area.
Jesus died for us that we may have salvation and have newness of life. And this newness of life is what you can see here in Ewane, that our people have decided to become new people in a new generation. And we are hopeful that the present crisis that we are facing in this space, by God's power, it shall be over.
Worthy of note is the fact that inhabitants of these severely hit zones, such as Ewane Town, have for more than 2 years now been living in constant fear, not attending church services or gathering for fear of the unknown, such as gunshot, kidnapping, killings, and many more. However, this celebration
to over speeding. Meantime, the police have opened investigations to establish the exact cause of the accident. Away From that, funeral ceremonies throughout the west region of the country have been restricted for a period of 2 months. Renewable weddings, concerts, and other forms of celebrations have a limited number of 50 persons. This is contained in a communique signed yesterday by Governor of the West Region, our Fonka Augustine. Audrey Zatsa with details.
The decision of the governor of the West Region, Awafunka Augustine, to restrict funeral ceremonies in the West Region is motivated by an increase in the number of coronavirus cases in the country, as stipulated in his communique signed on the 5th of April 2021. He equally specified that the organization of other public ceremonies must be henceforth subject to scrupulous respect for the 50% quota, as well as all barrier measures put in place by the government. A decision which aims at limiting the spread of the virus, especially at a time when the coronavirus pandemic is on the rise worldwide. The governor of the West Region thus reactivates measures decreed by the government in March 17, 2020, at the start of the pandemic in Cameroon. With Cameroon being the 13th most affected country in Africa, in 1 week, the country has recorded 4,112 new positive cases, which increases the number of cases to 57,337, including 35,261 cured and 851 deaths. It should be noted that funerals are customary in this part of the country, and for a long time these practices have become recurrent. As such, over 2 weeks ago, Awafunka Augustine took to the streets in the town of Bafoussam, a regional capital of the West Region, to raise awareness of the population's respect for barrier measures in this area where funerals are times of great gatherings.
Thanks, Audrey Zatsa. In sports, the Indomitable Lionesses are already in Turkey ahead of the encounter with Chile on the 10th and 13th of this month. The technical staff, led by Alain Jumfur and 14 other local players selected for the journey, left Cameroon yesterday for Turkey, chosen to host a double confrontation. They were received by the Cameroonian community residing in Antalya. That's it for today's edition of Prime News on My Major Prime. Thanks for being a part of today's edition. Join us tomorrow, God willing, at 6:30 for another edition of Prime News on My Major Prime. Lasha Kingsley coordinated the news, produced by Ewane Nolinga. My name is Genda Peldrine Blanche King. At 7 p.m. Cameroon time, Kum Leonard will be live to talk about issues affecting the world, Africa, and Cameroon. Happy viewing. Good night.